There were three friends who were very lazy to do any work. They were too lazy that they didn't even want to bend down or just to do any work. But the amount of laziness in them differed from person to person, and thus they were named as lazy, lazier, and laziest. One day, these three lazy friends walked on a street to check if anyone would give them some food to eat. While walking, they saw $1 on the street, but they had to bend down to take the dollar coin, for which they felt very lazy. So the laziest asked the lazier to bend and take the coin. In turn, the lazier told lazy to take the coin which was lying on the road. Finally, none of the three bent down to take the coin. So they just kept walking, and at a distance they saw a lady selling a dozen bananas for $1. The laziest said, "If only we had taken that dollar, we could have bought these bananas." "Yes, correct, but we had to strain ourselves by bending down to take the coin," said Lazier. They kept talking, but no one wanted to go back and take that dollar. Then they just kept walking and reached a church. They felt very tired and decided to sleep in the shelter in front of the church. The father of the church came out and he saw these fellows and inquired about them. They said they hadn't eaten anything for the whole day. So the father called them behind the church and gave them the kitchen key. Since everyone had left already, so no one was there to cook for them. So he gave them some eggs and sausages and told them that they can use the stove in the kitchen to boil those eggs and sausages. Having said that, the father left and these three friends were discussing on who will go to boil the eggs and sausages. Since they all were lazy to boil it, they had a deal between them that whoever opens his mouth and talks first will have to boil the eggs and sausages. So they all kept quiet. They slept on the floor waiting for the other person to lose and to go and boil the eggs and sausages. After a while, the church father came back to see if they all had eaten. To his shock, he saw those three lying on the floor motionless. He thought all three had died out of hunger, and he was also worried if the food which the father gave to them was spoiled and that had killed them. The father was afraid of the blame that would fall on him later, so he panicked and looked around not knowing what to do and decided to bury them in the garden. So he dragged all three to the garden side one by one, and he dug a steep pit and pushed them one by one, laziest, lazier, and lazy. After pushing lazy into the pit, he kicked him so he can push him further into it and he can cover it properly. But the hard kick fell on Lazy's stomach and he shouted with pain. The other two immediately stood up, saying that he had to go and boil the eggs and sausages. Laziness is the first hindrance to any achievement. Once you decide to do something, make sure your laziness does not hold you back. There was a school which held a unique competition, that is a reward for the laziest person. The school announced the name of the runner-up. Then the student walked slowly and went to the stage to receive the reward. Then they announced the winner's name. The boy stood up in his place and said, "Please send the reward with the runner-up. I'll get it when he comes here."